Hi, I would like you guys all to think about the amount of water you drink in a day. Now, if you were to drink that amount of water out of the 16-ounce plastic water bottle, how many water bottles would you go through a day? I drink my water out of this reusable water bottle. However, if I were to use these, I would go through about 6 water bottles in one day. According to some scientists around the nation, 4.8 to 12.7 million metric tons of plastic are ending up in our oceans each year. This is an extreme problem because we rely on our oceans for many resources, as well as many aspects of our life depend on the ocean. This is why it's important for us all to start transitioning from plastic products to reusable ones. Today, I will cover 3 areas: how plastic impacts the ocean, how plastic impacts the organisms that inhabit the ocean, and then also how plastic and reusable products can actually impact our wallets as well. First, we're going to talk about the ocean. So it is thought that 0.2 to 0.3% of plastic made each year ends up in our oceans. Now, I'm well aware this does not seem like a large percentage. However, when you think about the millions upon millions of metric tons of plastic we are creating each year, 0.3% adds up to be a lot of plastic. In addition to this, plastic is not biodegradable. This means doesn't have the ability to be broken down naturally by organisms. So when plastic is produced, it stays in our environment. In the ocean, it breaks down a little into these microplastics. However, if anything, this creates a bigger problem for us because when we go to try to clean these plastics out of the ocean, it's much easier to find these giant chunks of plastic, but it becomes much more difficult if they're super tiny pieces. In addition to how plastic impacts the ocean, it also shows terrible effects on the marine organisms that live in the ocean. So I'm sure many of you have heard about how plastic straws impact sea turtles. Mass media has allowed it so a video could go out with the sea turtle that had a straw stuck in its nose, and that inspired so many people to stop using plastic straws, which is absolutely incredible. But today I'm going to talk to you about some of the other kinds of organisms that also get impacted just as much, if not more, by plastic that don't get the spotlight they deserve. So first, I'm going to talk about large marine mammals. So I'm talking about humpback whales, dolphins, right whales, all those big creatures that live in the ocean. So these creatures, sadly, much of the time are found washed up on shore dead with large sums of plastic in their stomach. Now, they don't confuse plastic for their prey. However, when they're trying to catch their prey, there's so much plastic prevalent in their environments now that the plastic kind of gets roped in with whatever they're trying to eat. When they ingest this plastic, it sometimes will block off parts of their intestines, which cause the organism to die. Or if too much plastic builds up in their stomach, it actually can cause their stomach to rupture, which will kill the animal. In addition to this, plastic is also affecting their ability to live. So it was recently seen a group of humpback whales trying to migrate, but they all had debris of different sorts of plastic around them. Now, humpback whales are already endangered, so this is a huge problem if they can't even swim without being tangled in all this plastic. In addition to these large marine mammals, seabirds and fish are also extremely impacted by plastic. So seabirds a lot of times confuse plastic they see floating in the water with different sorts of plankton they eat or fish. This is not only bad for their health, but many bird species regurgitate to their young. These young birds don't have the ability to combat or to deal with these harsh things putting into their body as well. So when plastic ends up in them, it impacts them a lot more, and it also ends up killing a lot of them as well as adult birds. In addition to this, fish a lot of times confuse plastic with the plankton that they eat. So plastic a lot of times is clear, white, or blue, which it correlates with the types of colors of the plankton they eat is. So many of the times fish will eat this plastic and it will get built up in their stomach. This not only is bad for the fish, but it's also bad for us, considering that much of our economy, as well as many people around the world, rely on fish for their protein source in their diets. Now, I could talk all day about how plastic impacts different organisms. However, I want to talk about how reducing your plastic use could actually impact you and your bank account. So, when you buy a water bottle, Americans spend hundreds of dollars of water individually on water bottles each year. However, before water bottles were a thing, people would just go drink tap water, get their water for free. So it's not a necessity. When you are buying your water bottle companies are taking tap water or spring water that's originally free and just putting it into a plastic water bottle. So when you buy your plastic water bottle, you are paying more for the packaging of the plastic than you are for the water that's inside of it. So then you just throw away the plastic, so you're throwing away basically what you paid for. This is why when you invest in a reusable water bottle, it's so much better, because I understand some of these can be expensive. However, you buy it once, you can use it for years upon years, and you're also protecting the ocean by doing so. Instead of having to spending hundreds of dollars on a pack of water bottles every month or two whenever you need to restock, you can buy one water bottle and refill it as much as you want. In addition to this, many stores give discounts if you bring your own reusable items. So I know, for example, Target and Whole Foods will give you a discount on your groceries if you bring your own reusable bags to use. Now, this discount's small, but it's still a discount, and you're helping the environment by bringing your own bags. In addition to this, many coffee shops will give you a discount if you bring your own reusable coffee cup to put your coffee in. And I know even our small cafe on campus will give you a good discount if you bring your own cup. So it's not only helping the environment, but it's also helping your bank account. Now that I've told you these good benefits, or these terrible good benefits of using reusable items and terrible impacts that plastic has on the environment and the organisms that inhabit the sea, I would like to ask a request of all of you. I know that plastic is a very big thing in all of our daily life, so I'm not asking you to completely eliminate all of it. I still use plastic sometimes. However, I'm asking you to make small changes to your daily lives to limit your use of plastic. So first, buy a reusable water bottle. Super easy. They range in prices. You can get a cheaper one. You can get a nicer stainless steel one. It may last you a little longer. And you can fill that up as much as you want. And this will extremely limit the amount of water bottles that end up in our ocean each year. In addition to this, get a reusable bag. You can just keep them in your car or in your house, and anytime you go to the grocery store, just grab it and take it with you. And this can also help you get a discount at stores. I have covered 3 points today about how plastic pollution impacts the ocean, how plastic pollution impacts marine organisms, and how buying plastic impacts your wallet. It's important for everyone to reduce their use of single-use plastic because our ocean makes up a big part of our world and we rely on it for many resources. It's important to keep our ocean clean and healthy. Every year, the amount of plastic that ends up in our ocean is increasing exponentially. By reducing your use of single-use plastic in your daily life, you are not only helping yourself save money, but you're also helping the ocean. I want everyone to stop using as much plastic today. Reduce your use of single-use plastics today. I will ask you all once again how much plastic you use in a day. If you think about how much water bottles you use in a day, are you still happy with that amount now that you know how much impact it has? I don't know about you all, but I don't want our oceans to continue to look like this picture. I want to see a sea full of sea turtles, whales, dolphins, all sorts of flourishing life. I want to see abundant with life, not abundant with plastic. Thank you.